one of the greatest needs in the body of Christ today, and by extension in society, is the need for discipleship. What is discipleship? Methodical mentorship that leads people to become Christ-like and to become responsible. Discipleship. The Lord began to burn in my heart again the need to drum this, that one of the major needs in the body of Christ today is discipleship. You see, when new converts or those who just get born again, if and when they are not discipled, eventually the gaps in their spiritual understanding and the fact that the flesh is so alive will make them easy prey for the devil to come into partnership with their unrenewed minds and cause a lot of trouble, first in the body of Christ and then by extension in society. Are we together? This is very, very important. When new converts are not discipled, they will eventually become problems, first to the church and then to the larger community. Let me tell you this, every national problem, please look up, every national problem was first a regional problem that was not managed properly. Every regional problem was once upon a time a family problem that was not managed effectively, and every family problem was once an individual problem. You see how nations are destroyed. So an individual who is not discipled creates trouble in a family that is not discipled, creates trouble in a society or a region that is not discipled. Eventually that individual will constitute a nuisance to not only family, not only society, but to the nation and even the continent at large. Most of the people today that trouble civilization, trouble the peace and tranquility of territories, all of them come from home, and they did not just evolve into troublemakers of all kinds. Individuals, when they are saved and their understanding is not so constructed, especially for believers, they may have given their lives to Christ, but we know that just giving your life to Christ, this is entry into the kingdom. Imagine with me, for instance, that a woman gives birth to a baby and throws the baby down. Most often than not, that child will most likely be a hooligan or will be a troublemaker eventually. Why? Because the opportunity to have proper parenting, upbringing is not there. You can solve the problem of a nation very easily if you understand the dynamics of how problems are created. They first start at an individual level, then if left unchecked and not dealt with, they graduate into problems in families. Then from families, when those individuals are now sent from those families, they become troubles to society, communities, and to regions. And if left unchecked, they will rise to become national people who multiply the same problem. And these are the kinds of conditions that demon spirits look for. They look for individuals with no platform for discipleship. They look for families with no codes of conduct, no modus operandi. Anything just happens. They look for territories that are lawless. They look for nations with no law. This is how people are destroyed. It is very easy to destroy a nation. It is very easy to destroy a family. It is very easy to destroy a territory. All you need to do is ignore discipleship at an individual level. Just let people do anything they want to do unchecked. For a while it will look like they know what they are doing, until you begin to see the damage to the family, to territory, to society, and to the nation. Are we together? So at the heart of transformation is discipleship. That is it. If we want to change this nation, we want to change Africa, we must obtain grace and wisdom from God to get back into the subject of methodical mentorship, discipleship. At least for a start, we can start with younger believers. This has been a mistake that most people have made, respectfully speaking, especially those in the mission field. We focus so much about soul winning, missions, and that is wonderful, but there is no system to manage these people when they are saved. At best, we just tell them, go to this church, and when they get to the church, if the church does not have a structure, a teaching priest to now begin to help those people, they are in trouble. Because when those people sit there, the flesh wants to find expression, and because there is no system to keep dealing with it, I tell you, eventually you are going to see all shades of trouble. The headache that the man of God will go through because of people that are saved and they just pile them into the church, no growth, no development. And this is how you keep having all this trouble everywhere. Are we blessed? Discipleship, therefore, is the foundation for true and lasting transformation in individuals, families, institutions, and nations. Let me repeat myself. Discipleship, therefore, by reason of the aforementioned, discipleship, therefore, is the foundation for true and lasting transformation in individuals, families, institutions, and nations. We must restore the system of discipleship